Imagine a scene where a single act of defiance during prayer leads to a miraculous transformation, shaking the very foundations of belief. In a desert village, a group of Muslims faced relentless persecution until a divine intervention changed everything. Stay tuned to discover how faith triumphed against tyranny. Peace be upon you, viewers. In today's video, we will discuss how mischief makers constantly adopt new tactics to divert Muslims from their faith. Throughout history, they have subjected Muslims to various oppressions. We will share an incident from a desert where, while Muslims were praying, Hindus began attacking them during their prayers. When Muslims were engaged in prayer, a provocative woman, clad in revealing attire, began dancing in front of them. You'll be shocked to learn how Allah's wrath descended upon them, and this story will surely refresh your faith. Friends, before we move forward with this video, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon to receive our latest videos easily. We start this video by discussing the significance and importance of prayer. The Quran mentions prayer over 100 times, with explicit commands given in 80 of those instances. Prayer is the pillar of religion. When a Muslim prays, they are closest to their Lord. Let's explore some verses that emphasize the importance of prayer. 1. Surah An-Nisa 4103. And when you have completed the prayer, remember Allah while standing or sitting or lying on your sides. But when you become secure, re-establish the prayer. Indeed, prayer has been decreed upon the believers, a decree of specified times. 2 Surah Taha 2014. Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me. So worship me and establish prayer for my remembrance. 3 Surah Taha 2132. And enjoin your family to prayer and be steadfast therein. We do not ask you for provision, we provide for you, and the good outcome is for the righteous. The oneness of Allah is acknowledged, and we prostrate before Him, attesting that there is no deity worthy of worship besides Him. However, this testimony has always been an eyesore for followers of other religions. Their persistent efforts aim to divert Muslims from their faith, or to obliterate them altogether. Historically, this can be seen in the time of Pharaoh, who falsely claimed to be God. He subjected the Israelites to brutal oppression, killing their male infants and allowing the females to live. Allah sent Prophet Moses, to guide him, but Pharaoh's pride and arrogance led him to continue his tyranny. Despite the threats of torture and execution faced by the believers, their faith remained unshaken. They relied on Allah and did not falter in their conviction. Fast forward to our current situation, oppression against Muslims continues. A small village in the desert was primarily Hindu, with only a few Muslim inhabitants. There was no mosque, so the Muslims prayed openly in the desert. Whenever the call to prayer was made, the Hindus would emerge from their homes and create disturbances, playing loud music to disrupt the Muslims' prayers. Despite their efforts to remain patient, the harassment increased. When the Muslims bowed in prayer, some troublemakers would throw garbage at them. If anyone retaliated, they would be dragged away and beaten. Out of fear, some Muslims began praying at home. But they were not safe there either, as these troublemakers would invade their homes and assault them. One day, while several Muslims were praying together, they heard the sound of jingling bells. As the noise approached, they saw a provocatively dressed woman dancing in front of them. Eventually, the patience of the worshippers reached its limit, and an elderly man began to weep and pray for Allah's punishment upon the woman. Her response was mocking, "Where is your God? Call him. Let's see when he will punish me." Infuriated, the worshippers approached her, but she ordered her servants to capture them. This woman was the tyrant's daughter, claiming ownership of the land where they prayed. Despite her arrogance, the Muslims stood firm and declared their faith. As the oppressive ones tortured them, many died proclaiming Allahu Akbar. Such a horrific scene unfolded that it instilled terror in the hearts of many. That night, the tyrant's daughter began to hear dogs barking incessantly. Every time she checked, no dog was around. Frustrated, she ordered her servants to kill the barking dog, yet none could be found. She was restless all night, haunted by the sounds. Days passed in this torment. The troublemakers could not find peace. Their eyes were red from lack of sleep, and they bore the marks of their brutal actions. One day, a renowned priest was summoned to assess the situation. Suddenly, screams erupted from the girl's room. The palace echoed with the sounds of barking dogs. When the door opened, they were horrified to find the girl torn apart, with her heart still beating in the middle of the room. This news spread rapidly, and the oppressors rushed to the Muslims, begging for forgiveness. Despite their suffering, the Muslims demonstrated immense grace by forgiving them. Witnessing their character, many Hindus were deeply moved. They realized the compassion of the Muslims, and as a result, the entire village accepted Islam sincerely. Viewers, as Muslims, it is our duty to remain steadfast in every trial and to seek Allah's assistance. Simply reciting the Shahada or performing prayers is not enough. We must embody the teachings of our faith so that our conduct inspires non-Muslims to explore Islam. May Allah destroy the oppressors and protect all Muslims around the world. Ameen.